family. Welcome back to Larry's Anything Goes. Hope you guys are having a great day. Today's word of the day is acquisition. And acquisition is definitely one of my favorite words because, it happens on frequent basis, but the actual definition of it is the learning or discovering of a skill, habit, or quality, an asset or an object brought or obtained typically by a corporation or could be a library, it could be a museum, something that's actually acquired or purchased and whatnot. A great example, one of the biggest acquisitions in most working people's lives is when they purchase their homes. Whether it's a place that they're going to reside in or it's going to be a rental property, that is an acquisition in itself. And the real estate investing world, acquisition is the best thing because, hey, that's when somebody's getting paid and somebody's acquiring a piece of property so that they can rent it or fix and flip it or do whatever with it and whatnot. So the acquisition is a big word and a great thing in the business world. I won't say a big word, but a great thing in the business world. And hopefully you're having some sort of a great acquisition within 2020 because, this is the time of the people who's going to either sink or swim. This is the time of the people who are going to make moves, whether it's from a spiritual standpoint, a financial standpoint, a health standpoint, various standpoints, relationship-wise, social capital standpoint. This is the time for people to start making moves. Do not stand still. Even if you're sitting at home and you're sitting on unemployment, figure out a way to capitalize on your special skill sets and your special talents and whatnot. And there's various different ways to do that. Okay. But figure something out. Do not allow today's situation to stand still because as I've stated, whether people believe it or not, a lot more new companies are going to emerge and are emerging, and a lot more entrepreneurs are going to emerge, and a lot more fresh ideas are going to emerge because back in 2007 and 8, we did not have Uber, we did not have Airbnb, we did not have vehicles like that. We didn't have Uber Eats. So a lot of these things, DoorDash, Grubhub, we didn't have these things to where people could just click like that when it comes to going to get something to eat or when it comes to actually getting to another location or whatnot. Only thing we had back then was the crappy metro systems, no matter what city that you reside in, or the crappy taxis, no matter what city you reside in. You didn't have these different platforms to utilize. You didn't have, when you went to a city, you had no choice but to stay in a hotel or stay at a family's house. Now, when you go to a city or state or country, you actually get to see what it's like to reside there in the community and whatnot. That's the best thing about an Airbnb platform where, you have a host, you're at somebody's house, apartment. A lot of times people even use a garage or they use a Winnebago, a mobile home, something to that effect. But when I went to Seattle for the first time, I got to really see Seattle because I stayed in somebody's, they had an add-on to their home and whatnot. So I got to see what the community was actually like. When I went to Riverside County, California, I got to see what Riverside was really like, not staying in a hotel. Same thing when I went to Houston, Texas, I got to see it. And like I've said this before, I got to stay in the neighborhood Beyonce grew up in. So it's like I've got to see, and I can just imagine what it's like when I get to go from an international standpoint and stay at somebody's property that that they're hosting and whatnot, get to really see what the community is. And who knows what's going to emerge out of today's society, but we know it's going to be more and more mobile than ever. You're going to probably see more mobile barbers, more mobile beauticians, doctors, the whole nine. There's even emerging car deliveries for new cars now. That's becoming a newer thing, and it's probably going to stay in existence and whatnot. You're going to have more people who are mobile mechanics and whatnot. You always had the backdoor alley mechanics and whatnot, but you're probably going to have more and more mechanic companies emerging because people don't want to go sit at somebody's shop. So they're like, hey, if you pay an additional fee, I'll come do the car work at your home and whatnot. So you have these additional things emerging, and you're going to constantly see more and more mobile companies emerging and whatnot, because of the whole social distancing measures, probably going to have more personal trainers. As you see, there's an emergence of personal trainers doing it from a Zoom platform or a Facebook platform, things of that nature, YouTube platforms. You've already had that, but you're going to see that emerge more. Anything that keeps people from distancing, that keeps people on a social distancing platform, you're going to see that continuously emerge. I could go on and on. but I'm not. But that's what I'm saying. You're going to see more and more of these things emerge now, and it's going to be even whenever this is over with, whenever, quote unquote, things get back to normal, they won't be back to normal. Because a lot of people are just going to be like, I don't have to sit in as much traffic in order to take somebody's fitness class. I don't have to sit in as much traffic to get to work anymore. I don't have to pay these tolls and use as much gas, put as much wear and tear on my car because everything is virtual. Virtual reality is here and it's not going anywhere. So that's my personal opinion on that one. I could rant about that all day. But today's positive affirmation is one of my favorites. And it is, and I quote, "Today is my day." And I like that. And hopefully today is your day. So don't forget to do the 3 great things: like, share, and subscribe. Check out the online store. We got all these additional products. Like I said, got the Larry's Anything Goes face mask. So definitely purchase those at your leisure. Get the Larry's Anything Goes t-shirts and things of that nature. Let the world know that you're part of the financial intelligence movement. Have a great day. And as always, make money moves.